Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A, so I just wanted to sit down and chat a little bit and answer some questions, and then also talk a little bit about where my channel is headed in the next year. I really hope that you guys will enjoy this video and that you'll give it a thumbs up if you do. I also hope that you will subscribe if you have not already. That means so much to me. You can also check out my Instagram and my Twitter in the links down below, as well as my second YouTube channel, which is all about perfume. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this video and just start randomly with the questions. I do have a few hair questions here, but I also have some other random ones, and I wanted to address and share both of them. So someone said, what kind of haircut do I ask for to get the root volume you have? I get the triangle look. Totally understand that. A lot of people do. I have a whole video on my haircut that's already up on my channel. I have it linked in the cards up above. I will say quickly though, I do need to get my hair cut again because it has grown out. The ends are not doing great and it's in desperate need of a refresh. So after the holidays in January, I'll probably go get my hair done again. But one of the big things for not getting that triangle head is honestly just a lot of layers and texturizing. But I go into depth in that video, so check that out for sure. Someone asked, did you go to college? I'll make this answer quick. I did not go to college. Personally, I didn't find the need to. If you have something specific that you want to pursue, I think that's absolutely incredible. I think it just depends on if you have something specific that you want to go for and pursue as a career. I think that's amazing, but I think that there's a lot of other ways to be successful nowadays. The same person asked, if you could only use one hairstyling product, what would it be? That is in a way hard because I do really like different types of products depending on the look I'm going for. But I think that ultimately, if I had to use one product, and probably in that case, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel where I'm reviewing hair products. It would probably be my Briogeo Curl Charisma Cream. You guys know I talk about that literally all the time. I'm obsessed with it. And honestly, that is not the type of product that gives me a lot of hold or like crazy definition. It's a really, really good cream, but I use a gel or a mousse a lot of the time when I really want that bouncy, clumpy, defined curly look. But with the Briogeo cream, it's the perfect everyday product for me. And if I wasn't doing hair videos and I was just like quickly styling my hair every day, that is probably the product that I would choose. Just something simple and easy that isn't going to leave like too much of a cast or residue on my hair. Tips for a girl that is trying to make YouTube her full-time gig. So honestly, you guys, this is just the truth of the matter. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication and consistency, and I know that you've heard that, but it's just the fact of the matter. A lot of people create a few videos and then they stop or they get burnt out. It's just very common. I think that it is very important to have good quality and good custom thumbnails, and make sure that you are investing at least some time and money into getting good quality that people are going to want to see and also hear, like good audio. But I think that ultimately the most important thing is just to be consistent. And once you figure out what your audience wants to see, you have a base following, you've created a certain amount of content, make more of those videos that your audience wants to watch. Of course, also do the videos that you enjoy making, because I think that is really important. And I'm going to touch on that a little bit later because this is something that I've been struggling with. But also, if you do want to grow, a mix of the videos that you love and the videos that you know your audience loves. And if you are consistent with that and you have good quality, you will eventually grow. But I could make a whole video on that, so I'm not going to keep talking about it. Someone said, hi, do you have tips for peeps with fine wavy hair that loses its wave through the day? Honestly, I've talked about fine wavy hair before. I made a whole video on coarse versus fine wavy hair. I will also have that video linked up in the cards. I think that obviously everyone's hair is different and there isn't just one specific method that's gonna work for everybody, but I have discovered with the people around me and through experience with the people that I know that have textured hair, that if you have more fine hair, gels and sometimes even mousses tend to work better than creams or thick, heavy moisturizing products. Try not to over moisturize your hair. Make sure that you have a good amount of protein in your hair, but not a protein overload. I know it's always make sure you have enough, but you don't have too much and all of that. But I think for fine hair, it is good to have a protein treatment in your hair, like a mask or something every now and then, because it's gonna add to the strength of your hair. and help with definition. And you do want moisture, but just not to over moisturize your hair. And then, yeah, honestly, like a good stronghold gel, and maybe try diffusing to get your hair to have better shrinkage and like hold its curl more. I know not everyone likes to diffuse. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I can get good results without it. So if you haven't tried diffusing, I would definitely try that in conjunction with a gel. Someone asked, do you have any New Year's resolutions? I don't specifically, to be honest. I don't really do resolutions. I think in the past, maybe I would come up with one or two and say this is my New Year's resolution, but it wasn't like this big thing that I took seriously, because I'm the type of person that when I get something in my head that I want to do it or I want to change it, I do it, like no matter what time of the year it is. And then a lot of the time I will get burned out from that and I won't stick to it. I'm not saying that I'm just always the type of person that like sticks to something no matter what time of year it is and all of that. But I'm just saying when I start something, it will be whenever I feel like starting it. Like I won't wait till New Year's to start it. I don't know. That's just my like mindset behind it. But I think New Year's resolutions are great if they work for people. Like if that actually helps you, I think that's amazing. It's not like the thing that like really helps me, if that makes sense. Same person asked a couple of other questions. Would you chop your hair again? Absolutely, I will chop my hair again at some point. I've said it in the past, I really love short hair on myself and I feel like I always will go back to it. I'm currently growing my hair out right now because I want to have it long for like a few years in my 20s, because I'm like realizing I'm like almost halfway through my 20s and I've had short hair for most of it, and I really miss having really long hair. So I think that I will grow my hair out for a few years, and then later on down the line I will chop it off again, and probably into the short bob that I usually do, unless that style like completely disappears and I find something new that I want to do. But most likely I will just cut it shoulder length or chin length. And then also she asked, do you work a job other than YouTube? I do not right now. I have not worked another job, honestly, since like right around the time I started YouTube. And this is random to bring up, but becoming a mom has been more on my mind lately. So I would probably just be a stay-at-home mom that does YouTube, at least for the next couple of years. That's where I'm at now. What's your current favorite hair mousse? My current favorite hair mousse is probably the one that has always been my favorite, the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk mousse. That is what I always go back to. I have a couple of other mousses I like, but I don't really have a ton of mousses in my collection. I just always go back to that Not Your Mother's Curl Talk because it just really comes through for me every time. Then we have, please tell me about your wedding day, recommendations and regrets. Honestly, I wish that I could remember more like details when it came to planning for my wedding day and like doing certain things, because I feel like I wasn't really that stressed leading up to my wedding. Like I felt like a sort of just calm sense that everything would work out. I'm not saying I never felt stressed at times, but I feel like if I was getting married now and having a wedding now and planning it, it would be so stressful for me, because I just feel like I get stressed out easily as a person. But for some reason at that time, I just trusted that I wasn't going to stress out, and I didn't. And like my husband told me at the time, he was like, I have a feeling like you're not going to be stressed on your wedding day. Everything's gonna be okay. And I wasn't. It was fine. Like leading up to it and on the day, there were so many things I could have been stressed out about, but I just wasn't. And I think it was just like trusting that it would be okay. So that was really amazing. But I think as far as like tips, you know, for planning and things, have help, because help is really important in just not even just getting people's opinions, but helping you plan things and having different people designated to do certain things on the day, and make sure that those are trustworthy people. Because if you are a person that gets stressed out easily and you feel like you might be stressed out, it's nice to have people that you know will do their job or like what you ask them to do. I think it's great to have a wedding planner if that's something you can do. I know that not everyone can, and I think it's totally doable without, but if you can have a wedding planner, it's sort of like almost like a therapist. Have somebody that you can jive with and trust and you feel comfortable with them, because if they're just not somebody that you really like connect with that well, there could be issues with, I don't know, just like people not jiving with them or you not jiving with them, whether that's before or on the day. So I think if you are going to have a wedding planner, have someone that you feel like you're connected to in some type of way, even if you don't know them that well. But I mean, honestly, when it comes down to it, I feel like my wedding day was so beautiful. And even though we didn't have a ridiculous amount of money to spend, I feel like everything turned out just beautiful. And it was like a calm, wonderful day. Anyways, I'm not going to keep going on and on about it. But someone asked, what do you think about the strict curly girl method? Have you tried it? I did a whole video on my thoughts on the curly girl method. I'll try to link that up in the cards if I have enough openings to link all these videos, but honestly, I've never like followed every rule to a T when it comes to the curly girl method. But back when I started this sort of journey, I was a lot more strict with like the rules that I followed and the things I did with my hair. Now I'm a little bit more lenient. I kind of got out of that sort of mindset probably when I started filming hair videos, to be honest. For as long as I've been filming curly hair videos, I have never been overly strict. I feel like that was a mindset I had in the beginning, and then I realized, oh, I can actually do these things and they won't ruin my hair. So it's just not for me personally. If it works for you, I think that's amazing. I know that if some people don't follow it, their hair goes crazy. That's totally fine, but this is just like my experience, and I don't feel like it's necessary for me. I just realized I feel like I have been answering like every other question, a hair question and then not a hair question. It's so random, but I swear like the screenshots I took of these questions, it's lined up like that. It's like hair, not hair, hair, not hair. It's so weird. Maybe I'm jinxing it now and that won't keep going. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the next couple questions are hair questions. So someone said, do you have different routines for blow drying and air drying, or summer and winter? Honestly, when it comes to like summer and winter, my routine is pretty similar. I don't feel like for my hair, I need to switch it up that much, just because where I'm at, it doesn't get like overly humid. It's not like we're really far south or anything. So the summer isn't too crazy. And then in the winter time, I personally don't get like overly dry hair. I usually have a pretty moisturizing like routine, and so it's not like a super big issue for me. That's just my experience, but I know that some people need to do that or feel like they want to. That's totally fine. As far as blow drying and air drying, I actually did a whole diffusing video that I will try to link in the cards, like I said, if I have enough space. If not, maybe I'll link it down below, but you can just find that on my channel. With air drying, I just let it do its thing in air dry, flip it back and forth so that I get some volume at my root, but I'm not like, I don't do anything specific. I don't usually plop unless it's only for like 10 minutes in the beginning. I don't like ever plop my hair to fully dry. But yeah, like I said, I just did a diffusing video. And then someone also asked how to tell if I'm using too much or too little product, especially with product layering. This is honestly just something that varies person to person, and you have to experiment, because you're going to be able to tell if your hair is being weighed down with too much product, or maybe you feel like you didn't do enough and so your hair is like not very defined or it's kind of frizzy. It just takes practice and like trying different amounts of product. Like try using less this time and more next time, and experiment, and you will figure out over time what works for your hair, but it's just not a specific method for every person. Someone asked, what does day-to-day look like for you? That's an interesting question and nice of you to ask. Honestly, in general, my day-to-day life is pretty boring. I can be a homebody in a lot of ways, and I think that partly that is due to YouTube, because I feel like I need to be at home to create content and also try to keep up with my house at the same time. But I do like to get out of the house a couple times a week, or at least once during the week with like a friend to get coffee or, you know, do whatever it is. But I do like to get out of my house, or at least have people over or do something. But for the most part, day to day, I'm at home. I usually sleep in a little bit. I'm not really a morning person. I don't wake up super early. The beginning of my day is pretty like slow paced. I just tend to be like that. Like I'll lay in bed on my phone for a little bit, and then I'll get up and I'll make like breakfast or brunch or even sometimes lunch when I wake up. And then after that, I usually do some cleaning or filming, like just basic work, I guess. But yeah, like I said, a couple times a week, I will leave the house or have someone over, and a lot of the times that's like for the whole day or the whole afternoon, and I'll like take the day off and just hang out and relax, because I do need that balance in my life. But yeah, anyways, someone asked, what is your least favorite hair product? And honestly, that's kind of hard for me because I can't think of one specific product. But if I had to say like a type of product, really heavy, thick creams that leave my hair feeling weighed down, like the Weedad Curl Shaper cream in the tub, or the Shea Moisture Curl Smoothie in the tub. I think it's like the hibiscus line that one is in. Those are like way too heavy for my hair, and they just don't really work. I'd have to like mix them with something or water them down. So I don't like things like that for my hair, just because my hair isn't super curly and it's like between coarse and fine. It's moderate, I would say. My hair used to be really coarse when I was younger, but now it's just like moderate. But then also I really don't like shampoos that are really stripping and drying on my hair, although I do want them to clean really well. But I also don't like co-washes. I cannot deal with that. I feel like every co-wash I've tried just does not cleanse my hair the way I want it to. So I have a few things that I don't like, but I can't think of like one specific product that is my least favorite. Last question. What is your fave place to get inexpensive jewelry? And also, what is your favorite high-end jewelry shop? Okay, you guys know what my favorite high-end jewelry shop is, Ana Luisa. I'm obsessed. If I'm gonna buy more high-end jewelry, it's gonna be on Ana Luisa, although I do feel like their prices are fair. But if you want something more affordable, I would recommend Target, TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and Etsy. Now, Target, a lot of the time, most like their jewelry isn't like authentic silver or gold plated. It's just cheap materials. But that's where I go if I really want like a trendy piece that maybe, you know, I just want to wear it for certain things. I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. So I'll just get like a trendy piece there, and it's not going to be like authentic jewelry. So it probably will kind of like fade and tarnish and all of that. But it's usually not a big deal if I don't wear it a ton. But I think actually that Target does have a small section where they have like sterling silver and gold plated jewelry. So definitely look for that when you're at Target and check that out, because that is still like an affordable option to get jewelry like that, although most of their jewelry isn't, if that makes sense. And then as far as TJ Maxx and Marshalls, it can be a little bit harder to find things because it's like a random array of jewelry. A lot of it's not really like that in style maybe. It's just like random stuff. So that is a great place to go if you want jewelry that is like gold plated or silver and you want it to be really good quality, but you don't want to spend a lot of money and you're willing to search, like sort of like a thrift store. Like you're willing to dig around and search a little bit. And then as for Etsy, there are definitely more expensive pieces on Etsy. Like you can find expensive jewelry on there, but there's also affordable options. And if you search, you can find like very specific, unique pieces, and you can do custom pieces. And I just think Etsy is a great place because they have so many different price ranges. And like I said, you can find unique, beautiful jewelry pieces. So that is my recommendations for jewelry. And those are all the questions that you guys asked. I think I'm almost running out of like time for how long I can film like one section of a video. I'm not gonna go into depth about that. Basically, I'm gonna have to get up and hit record again in a few minutes, but maybe I can wrap this video up before that. The only thing I really wanna say, finishing this video off, like I said at the beginning, is that I wanted to talk a little bit about like how my channel is going to look in the next year in 2022. And I know that I have done hair videos for you guys for a long time now. For the last like half of this year, I've been doing pretty much only hair videos until the last couple of weeks. I've done some more other stuff, but I'm at the place right now where I just realized that I love doing hair content for you guys. I love helping you guys. I'm passionate about it. I like to style my hair and I wear it natural most of the time, but I never started YouTube wanting to do one specific niche only. And that is like probably the best business decision. It's like the smartest thing to do. But at this point, I feel like I have been doing that for long enough to where if it's not making me happy and I'm not seeing a crazy difference, then I'm not exactly sure what the point is anymore to be that niche down, because it's never what I wanted to do anyways. And it's not always about what is the best business decision. Sometimes it's about what makes you happy and what you enjoy doing and what's going to keep you motivated so that you don't get burned out. And I just don't want to get to the end of next year and be like, wow, I hate doing this. And that's not where I'm at now. It's honestly not, but I can feel myself sinking into this sort of going through the motions. I'm not being very creative with my content. I'm not stepping out of the box. I'm doing the same things over and over again because I know that's what works. But there's only so much I can tell you guys about wavy curly hair. There's only so much I can film and do, you know? Like I'm realizing that I really miss doing lifestyle videos, even when they don't do well. Even when I post like a lifestyle video or even a beauty video and they don't get a lot of views or a lot of people aren't interested, I still feel good about that content, especially because I feel like it makes me step out of my box a little bit more and get more creative because it's different. It's not going through the motions so much. And so I enjoy doing that regardless of how little views it gets or how much money it makes. Like that's at this point not the most important thing. I have to be able to enjoy what I'm doing. So I'm going to be probably after New Year's sort of slowly transitioning into doing different types of content. And that does not mean I'm going to stop doing hair videos. I still want to do a hair video probably pretty much every week, but I'm just saying I'm going to incorporate more other content to where you're not going to see like 5 hair videos in a row anymore when you click onto my channel page, if that makes sense. At least that's how I'm feeling and where I'm at now. Maybe I will change my mind halfway through the year. I don't know, but right now, going into January, I have some content planned out, and it's going to look more across the board, like diverse, I guess, different types of things. I want to incorporate a little bit of like fashion type things, lifestyle, vlogs, and of course, still hair content and probably some beauty content. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I just wanted to hopefully explain that to you guys where you're not thinking that I'm going to just change my channel and want to unsubscribe. I mean, if you want to unsubscribe, that is totally up to you and your choice. But if people are only here to watch only hair videos from me, then it's just not me. Like, I understand if that's what you prefer, but if you want to unsubscribe because of me doing a different type of video every now and then I don't really know why you're here, because this channel is about more than that for me, and it always has been. Anyways, I'm not going to keep rambling about that. I think I got my point across. Hope that you guys understand, and I hope that you will stick around, but like I said, it is up to you. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want me to do more Q&A videos or chatty videos. Anyways, I really hope that you will subscribe if you have not already, and give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.